This is the future.
The first part of the Prime Resurgence is now available on all platforms of Warframe. For this week, you can get the vaulted relics of Mag Prime and Nova Prime, along with the relics of their Prime weaponry. If you want to check out all the Prime wares that are currently available for purchase right now, then go to Maru's Bazaar on Mars, then head over Vazia, the new NPC that offers these Prime goods. So why the title Squad Leader? Why does it looks like the new AE currency has something to offer aside from vaulted relics? As you can see in the new NPC, the good stuff are only purchasable by the Prime version, the Regal AE. Yes, I know it's kind of disappointing seeing those Prime accessories out there, but the only way to purchase them is through real money. But don't focus on that. The free path, which is farming AE, can be rewarding if you know how to farm this new currency fast. I know it's kind of a bummer that after farming AE, you need to farm the Prime parts again, as it will only reward you with the vaulted relics. But some things make AE farming worth it. Aside from those cosmetics, you can trade AE for ducats, which is another premium currency for the Void Trader to purchase Prime mods. Also, if you think of it, the Prime Resurgence only lasts for a couple of weeks, and if you farm those Prime vaulted Warframes and weapons now, then you will have some to sell once the Prime market normalizes. All you need to do is make sure that you can farm this new currency at the fastest time possible. Now there are 3 places wherein you can farm this new currency: in the Void, on that survival, exterminate and capture mission, and in the open world areas and taking bounties and the Ghoul Purge event special in the Plains of Eidolon. Did you say Void Capture Squad Leader? Now I know where to farm this new currency fast. I'm guessing this video will be all about the 2 Void Captures, namely Hugo and Hepit. All you need for the mission is a Warframe with fast mobility, and you can speedrun either capture mission in less than a minute. You can use Titania, Wukong, or even Ghost and Volt for this mission to run to the capture target, and then run to the extraction point. End of video. I am quite right, Squad Leader, right? Well, almost everyone is saying that the fastest way to farm AE is at these missions. However, I beg to differ. It may seem that the fastest way to acquire AE is through running Void Capture missions, as it will require only a couple of seconds to finish the mission, but the truth is, it's very difficult to drop 1 AE in these missions, since both Hugo and Hepit are crowded with relics. Yes, AE indeed has an 8.33% drop rate in Hugo, while 6.67% in Hepit, but the drop rates of relics are also close to the percentage drop rate of AE in these missions. It would take a couple of runs, and in my case, an hour before I finally got my first AE in this mission. Based on experience, these types of mission are not the best way to farm AE. Although these missions are the fastest, still, it's not the most rewarding in the end. The best way to farm AE, in my opinion, are in bounties in open world areas. So, what bounty missions would you suggest, Squad Leader? Well, at first glance and at the first try, I did the Steel Path versions of the bounties in Orb Valis, Cambion Drift, and Plains of Eidolon. After 2 hours each bounty hunting, I find the drop rate of the Steel Path bounties in Orb Valis far better compared to both Cambion Drift and Plains of Eidolon, especially at the final stage, as the AE in the has a 50% drop rate, which is higher compared to the other stuff that are dropped at the last stage of the Steel Path bounty in Orb Valis. However, do take note that this is only my experience, and AE drops are based on RNG, so I might have a good drop rate in the Orb Valis Steel Path bounty, but maybe in the next day, I will have more luck in either Cambion Drift or Plains of Eidolon. While this is just an observation, but I think everyone should just focus on both Plains of Eidolon and Orb Valis in terms of AE farming. The drop rate of AE in Cambion Drift is by far the worst for me, and I only got 1 in the Steel Path bounty after 2 hours of farming. I also tried the lower versions of all the bounties in the game, and I find the Orb Valis level 30 to 50 bounty more rewarding in terms of acquiring AE compared to the other open world bounties out there. The level 30 to 50 bounty mission in Orb Valis rewarded me with the most AE in bounty missions, and 2 hours. I have acquired about 7 of this new currency. The first try did reward me with 3 AE, while the 4th try have rewarded me with 4 AE, which I acquired at the second to the final stage of the bounty. The first stage don't reward AE, but take note that this is not proven to reward you with the same output, since it is based on pure luck. I was lucky enough to be rewarded with 3 to 4 AEA into level 30-50 bounty in Orb-Valis, but you might not have the same luck. However, I would still suggest you doing the level 30 to 50 bounty in Orb-Valis since it has the highest drop rate of AEA compared to the 2 other open worlds which have the same tier bounty. So, Squad Leader, is the level 30 to 50 bounty in Orb-Valis the fastest way to acquire AEA? Well, not exactly is of course. You will spend a couple of minutes in doing the bounty. By the way, I would suggest you run this bounty with Mesa as it's easier to finish all stages with this Warframe. It would also be great if you go with a team to make the farming less tedious. You can solo this farming method but, like I have said, this is not the fastest. The fastest way to farm AEA right now is the Ghoul Purge mission in the Plains of Eidolon. Whether it's the level 1 to 15 Ghoul Purge bounty, or the 40 to 50 Ghoul bounty, this mission can allow you to farm 1 AEA in less than a minute depending on the Ghoul Purge mission. How is that possible, Squad Leader? Well, the first stage of the Ghoul Purge bounty does reward you with AEA, and the good thing is, it's not diluted with other drops. The first stage only contains 3, which are the Endo, AEA, and either Hunter Recovery or Hunter Adrenaline. Stage 1 of both level 1 to 15, and level 40 to 50 Ghoul Bounty has a 26.47% drop rate, and even though the other drops has higher drop rate, still, AEA can be farmed fast in this mission since it's pretty easy to finish the task in Stage 1, and like I have said, there are only 3 drops available in Stage 1 of the Ghoul Purge Bounty. All you need to do is finish the first stage of the mission, then return to Cetis, and run the mission again. Rinse and repeat until you have enough AEA that you want. How about Warframe recommendations, Squad Leader? Well, use anything that you want. I would suggest Mesa, but this is not a higher level mission wherein you need survivability and lots of DPS. You will be dealing with level 50 below enemies and it's easy to kill them with any weapons in the game. By the way, if you want to see some numbers, then I have included the link to the drop rates and the wiki page for AEA just in case you want to check and verify the effectiveness of the farming methods I have shown in this video. I know some of you are disappointed with the Regal AEA, but let us not mind those things that we can't do something about. For a free player, all you need to do is focus on things that you can acquire right now, because Regal AEA is such a dumb move from Digital Extremes in my opinion. Especially of how the prices of each prime weapons and warframes right now. Honestly, I almost have all the prime weapons and accessories except for a couple of things, but I don't worry about it since they are just cosmetics and don't change anything in my gameplay. It's like those primed shoulder pads will add a plus bonus in power strength. No, they will not do anything and just make your warframe look fancy. I am more focused on farming AEA right now for those ducats, as I always run out of ducats whenever the Void Trader arrives. It's easy farming prime parts and exchanging it for ducats, but when you have played this game for a long time, then you sometimes step away from those things that are repetitive and boring. Farming AEA right now for me is the best way to get those ducats so I can just slap Scamabra with his prime currency once he arrives. What are your goals for farming AEA at the moment, and what are your thoughts about this Prime Resurgence event in general? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future.